The Utah Jazz, and more in particular their general manager, have done it yet again. Danny Ainge goes out and completely dominates yet another NBA draft, getting Cody Williams at 10, Isaiah Collier at the end of the first round, and Kyle Filipowski in the second round. A few steals right there. We're going to talk about all of that. They also have a great young head coach that I'd like to talk about, Will Hardy, and the whole Lowry marketing situation. So it's going to be a long video. So go ahead and buckle up. Let's get started here. Looking at the number 10 overall pick, Cody Williams, an absolute steal in my opinion. 12 points, 3 boards, 1.6 assists. I had him as my number 3 prospect in this year's NBA draft just because of the amount of potential that he brings to the table. Shot 55% from the field and 42% from 3 in college. I know the volume's not there, but I don't care. As a college guy to shoot 42% from 3 on the wing, over 50% from the field, that is incredible, especially when you look at his mechanics, look at his jump shot. It is very smooth. There is a bit of a dip sometimes, but hey, it's a high release point. It's a quick release. It's not like it takes too long to get off. And hey, knocking it down over an outstretched arm right there. Huge upside long term, as you know, at the very least, he's going to be a 3-and-D guy. Maybe one day he becomes a superstar. 17 for 41 from 3. So like I said, not a lot of volume, but overall a great year percentage-wise for Cody Williams. He stands at about 6'8" with a 7'1" wingspan, so the defensive upside is definitely there to go with the offensive abilities that he has. The ideal modern NBA wing that can dribble, pass, and shoot and play defense, long, athletic, gets to the rim either way. Yeah, he's a great finisher both ways. Great slasher overall. I mean, just watch some of these highlights here. Getting downhill off the pass from Tristan da Silva, and then in this next, that was and one, and then in the next one, causing havoc on the defensive side of the ball, a little spin move, and throwing it down. He really has no weak hand. I mean, he can go left, he can go right. That was really smooth there with the left hand operating off the screen, and then in transition, looking ahead, he's going to get it back and dunk it home. 36-inch vertical, which isn't jaw-dropping, but at 6'8", that is very solid. He can punch with the best of them, and of course, his brother is a pretty solid athlete as well. Nice little move here in transition, getting to the rim with that left hand. That was smooth right there, and then he has a good cutter. You will see Tab Oil did a very good job with him, teaching him how to cut off of the ball. He gets to the rim with ease, and then right here, just off a little pin down, curling it. And then now he's getting to the rim off the spin move, making people fall. He has so much potential to be one of the faces of the NBA one day. It's not even crazy. I don't know how he fell to 10. He also has pick and roll potential. I mean, watch this. All of this out of the pick and roll. That was a little bit shaky, but he still has some raw points. I mean, he's a 19-year-old wing at 6'8". Still got to grow into his body a little bit, but he is really smooth for someone that young of an age. Great upside, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and then throw it up and throw it down, young man. And then they also got a steal at 29. Not only did they get a steal at 10, but a steal at 29 with Isaiah Collier, who last year averaged 16.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, 3 assists in 28 minutes. And halfway through the college season was seen as the number 1 overall pick. And then he went all the way down to 29. And the Jazz scoop him up to go with this draft class that they built. That is beautiful. He has an electric first step. Just watch this play right here. Between the legs. Excuse me. I'm going right to the rim. Little shoulder bump. Very, very strong upper body. He's a developing shooter. He did not shoot great from the three-point range this year. Only 34% on about 3 attempts a game. But that's a very good sign right there. Knocking it down off the dribble. Very confident. Step back 3 there. Nothing but nylon. Developing, but one day could be a very good shooter. And the best part of his game is his slashing ability. Refusing the screen right there. And then, oh my goodness, that was beautiful. 54% from 2-point range on about 9 attempts a game. A little pickup right there. Gets the and one. I know that was against Brown, but here's against Seton Hall. Comes from behind, gets a steal, and throws it down on the other end. Very, very good athlete. He's only 6'4". Well, 6'4" for a modern guard is good. I think he will eventually play the point guard spot. Only got a 6'5" wingspan, but that is just fine. He's really, really good. He can go both ways. He can finish with his right or left hand. I had him very high in my rankings, much higher than, well, maybe not consensus, but much higher than he ended up going. He was my number 11 overall prospect and my number 3 point guard, tied for number 3 in the rating system. So I really like Collier. I think that's a huge steal at 29, getting him 18 picks below where I had him slotted. Danny Ainge just working wonders out here. He also averaged 4 assists per game. He's a pretty solid passer. Like I said, I think he's a true point guard, not really a combo guard. That's a good pass right there. Great cut with the finish. And then down on the other way against Oregon right here, slips it into the big for the dunk, just a little drop off. And then this pass right here was kind of crazy. Woo! For the layup, that's nice right there. All right, if you are enjoying today's video at any point, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel, so if that is you, go ahead and change that right now. Also, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video, so if you could help us out with that, it'd also be greatly appreciated. Now let's go ahead and look at the rest of this draft class, which is Kyle Filipowski, who fell to 32, and coming off a year where he averaged 16.4 points, 8.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1.5 blocks as a 7-footer. It's kind of hard to believe he fell that far, especially when he shoots 51% from the field and 35% from 3 on 4 attempts. Now, there were a lot of concerns with Flip that led him to fail down the board, but when you're 6'11", can shoot the 3 ball, can do a little bit of everything on the court, it doesn't matter what religion you are. You can hoop, and Flip can. Nice little recovery there against the quicker guard, knocks it off the backboard. He can shoot the 3 ball, he can shoot the 2 ball, whatever you need him to do. He can finish around the rim. He's very solid. And then you have the franchise guy here, Lauri Markkanen, who Flip kind of reminds me of, maybe not as fluid, but Markkanen is just overall a really, really good scorer at, 6'10", 6'11". Averaged 23 points, 8.2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal per game last year while shooting 48% from the field and 40% from 3 on 8 attempts. It is not often in the NBA that we see 7-footers shooting 40% from 3 on 8 attempts a game. I mean, there's a couple like Kevin Durant, but that is really good right there. 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, so nothing crazy, but I mean, he's really long. Really good play design right here by Will Hardy. I do want to talk about this real quick. A little pick and roll, and then screen the screener action with John Collins coming up and setting the screen there on Cade Cunningham, knocking down the 3 for Lauri. Will Hardy's a really good young coach, and there's a couple actions we're going to look at later that are pretty solid as well. But as for Markkanen, he is a very bright young player. The Warriors really wanted him this offseason. I don't think the trade proposal got this intense, but, I mean, they really wanted Pods. The Warriors were not able to, so the negotiations fell apart, and it ended up being, nothing to write home about. But there was, question marks there, and then after that, Lauri gets the big extension. Now, year 2 for Keontae George. 13 points, 4.4 assists, 2.8 rebounds in 27 minutes. He was a really good rookie last year until you look at his efficiency. But for a young guard, that is nothing crazy. I mean, 39% from the field, 34% from 3. There's obviously growing pains for everyone. Hezzy pull right here, not an easy shot to make. And then coming off the screen, this is an easy read, but I'm glad he made the read. He saw Brook Lopez still with 2 feet in the paint. Olynyk is popping, and he feels Pat Connaughton still on his hip. And he's just going to hit the nice little throw behind for the 3 ball right there. There's a reason he averaged 4.4 assists. He's not a bad passer whatsoever. And then once again, a really nice set right here, really nice action by Will Hardy. I mean, everybody's running it, but still, I like this. Got Lauri and John Collins setting the down screen. He's just going to curl the zoom screen there, and Brook Lopez sitting in the paint. Just hits a nice little floater over the top. Really like that as well. They also have some other youth on this squad with Bryce Sensabaugh, Walker Kessler, and then I got a full video on Taylor Hendricks' breakout season coming soon. So make sure you don't miss that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy today's video at any point. Also, make sure to the like button. We're trying to hit 200 likes on today's video. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.